All right. Sorry about that, folks. We are back here. Unsure what happened to a few of the drivers. Looks like Williams was involved in something as he is now out. Mason Tomlinson has the race lead with Kevin Fry to the outside. The green flag flies once again, and we are looking at just a few laps to the end of the second stage. I know it says stage 1. This is stage 3, though. 12 to go here in the third stage of the race. And it looks like Hanneman with a good run around the outside. He is going to be sitting in the second spot with Kevin Fry to the inside right now. Down the back stretch, looks like Hanneman and Fry still going to be running side by side. Kern sits in fourth right now with Helsel right on his tail. And Chris Walsh as well. Vadnais hit the wall hard there off of turn 4. This time by Fry, able to make it past Hanneman into the second spot. Battles on here for fourth, though, as William Kearns around the outside. Tyler Helsel looks to the inside. And Helsel will get by William Kern. Now Chris Walsh looks to the inside. Mason Tomlinson leading, still 6 to go in stage 3. And Chris Walsh now looks to the inside on Helsel down here into turn 3 and 4. Walsh with a great run has gotten himself up to the 3rd position now in the 83 car. With 4 to go, he is continuing to chase down Kevin Fry as well. William Kern is reeled back in the number 5 of Helsel as well. Looks like Fontaine has gotten his car back in good working order after the incident he was in a little bit earlier on. And up front for second, Chris Walsh was able to get by Kevin Fry. And with 3 to go, has his sights set on the race lead. Now 2 to go for Tomlinson. Trying to get a stage win under the belt for the 4. Chris Romano able to get by Tyler Helsel for the 5th spot. Kern under attack here by the 24 of Vadnais for the 7th spot. White flag in the stage. Off of turn 4, Tomlinson crossing the line, wins stage number 3. Chris Walsh, Kevin Fry, Ray Hanneman, and Chris Romano, your top 5. Looks like Fontaine will get his lap back here via the free pass. And Fahey staying out to get a wave around here as well. First off pit road, though, is the 4 of Mason Tomlinson. So let's grab our Stage 3 winner. let's grab Mason real quick. Mason Tomlinson, your Stage 3 winner. How you feeling after the third stage and ready for this final sprint to the end?
Oh yeah, pretty good. I got a little plan put together if it goes green. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to figure it out. But just got to get a good jump here and stay out front. I've been able to save some tires pretty good if I'm out front. So
yeah, we talked.
Rhino race pretty fast, and a couple guys behind me are pretty quick, and they got some clean air now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Clean air is king, as we talked about in the beginning of stage number 1. So good luck here, Mason. We'll hopefully talk to you at the end.
Thanks, guys.
Tomlinson has been fast all night. He's been near the top of the running order for most of the race. See if he can put it together here and, well, finish it off. Get the race win. Bring it back to the green flag here on lap number 1 as we cross the line for lap 155. So it'll be 46 laps to the end of the race. This time by the pace car diving down pit road once again. And the field in the hands of the 4 car once more. Into the restart zone. Late in the box goes the 4. Mercado down to the inside wall. Rayner's car looks to be damaged, but still going. And Mercado gets it going. We stay green. And Rayner gonna nurse that car back down pit road. Looks like that right front might, or left front rather, might be completely damaged and destroyed. Out front, Tomlinson continues to lead. If I had to guess, the 41 of Mercado going to have some damage on that right side as well. Honestly, it doesn't look too terrible. If I had to guess, all the damage on the door potentially, based on where the tag happened. Let's run through the field here. Mason Tomlinson leading the way. It's bugging because of that. That's fine. We'll go here. Leading the way is Mason Tomlinson, like we said. Ray Hanneman sits in the second spot. And then Tyler Helsel in that third position. William Kern, who's been up near the front and has a stage win tonight. Is in that fourth spot with Kevin Fry rounding out the top 5. Chris Walsh in the 83 is currently in the 6th spot. And then Chris Romano in 7th. Ryan McClurg currently running in the 8th spot in the 43. And talk about battling back, Bryce Fontaine in the 17 currently runs 9th. He's been a lap down or 2 for a good portion of the race, but finally got that damage repaired on his car, and he's back up inside the top 10. Brandon Biddy going to round out our top 10 in the number 2 car. Gregory Vadnais right behind Brandon Biddy sits in 11th. And the 25 of Justin Lanier sits in 12th. Right before we came back from the technical issues, Mike Fahey had himself an issue and got involved in a incident. And his number 19 car, who's been at the front for most of the night, now sits in 13th. And currently the last car on track running is the 41 of Jose Mercado, who sits in 14th. Helsel still holding on to that third spot, but William Kern and Chris Walsh are quickly approaching. And Kevin Fry. I mean, it's really kind of a gaggle here between second, really, all the way back to that 6th spot. Even Chris Romano is within striking distance as well. But from Hanneman all the way back to Fry is only 0.6 of a second. Speaking of Fry, he looks to the inside on Walsh down the backstretch. And the 82 will continue to run that bottom. He'll be side by side with Walsh once again here off of turn 4. And Fahey down pit road. Walsh and Fry continue to battle it out side by side. That looks like a scheduled pit stop there for Fahey as he comes out a lap down. He got loose one of the last times he came out on pit road that we saw. He does not have the same issue this time. And And Fry was able to make the pass on Walsh. Now has the 31 of Kern to the outside. As Fry looking to get up into the 4th spot. Continuing to run side by side with his teammate. And a 5 of Helsel getting down to block the run from Fry. Kevin going to clear the 31 down here into turn 1 and 2. And he's got a nose to the inside on the 5. Had to bail out, though, and that's going to allow Kern and Walsh to get back in the battle. Now Kern to the outside is going to clear back in front of Fry. And the 82 will have to try to get back up into that 4th spot and beyond. Lots of great battling going on here in the middle of the top 10. Now William Kern looks to the inside on the 5. And Kern, too good of a run down there on entry. He'll get to the quarter panel, but the momentum from the outside for the 5 will allow him to battle back. He will still be to the outside on the 31 car of Kern. This year, the best battles on track. William Kern will clear for that 3rd spot. And now Helsel will have to hold off Kevin Fry. Arrow tight there a little bit through the center of turns 3 and 4 for Fry. And a good run for Helsel will get him in contention to get back by Kern for 3rd. And Hanneman starting to show some speed to get back up to the front. Ray continuing to keep that gap around 7 to 8 tenths of a second to Tomlinson. The battles continue to wage on here in the edges of the top 5 in the middle of the top 10 as Chris Walsh able to get by Kevin Fry for the 5th spot. We'll see if the 83 can find his way back by Tyler Helsel. He's going to look to the outside here off of turn number 4, and there goes Hanneman down pit road. Doesn't look like a black flag for Hanneman, so that's good news. Large gap between Tomlinson and Kern. Kern has started to build that gap out a little bit over Helsel. Here comes Tomlinson down pit road. That'll leave William Kern to the race lead. And Fry was able to get back by Chris Walsh, and now he's going to look to the inside once again, battling hard with the number 5. And don't look now, but Bryce Fontaine looks to the outside on Chris Walsh. And there goes Fry to the pit road. And that was a big-time checkup for Walsh. He's going to lose a ton of speed and a ton of time as he almost cleaned the back end of the 82 off. Fountain charging forward, right to the back bumper of Helsel. 20 to go here tonight. Helsel's coming down this time by. That'll leave Kern and Fountain 1-2, with Ryan McClurg in third and Gregory Vadney in fourth. So Mason right now just crossing the start-finish line. Tyler Helsel right here in front of him. So the 4 goes ripping by. He'll be back into the net race lead. And Hanneman will be sitting net P2. But Helsel right there as well. Here comes Fountain this time by, going down pit road. Right behind the second place car of Ryan McClurg. As McClurg is coming down pit road. That was kind of a scary moment there for Tomlinson. But Tomlinson now only one car between himself and the lead lap, and that is the race leader. Helsel's gotten by Hanneman for what is now 5th place. And there goes William Kern down pit road. The only one left to pit is the 24, but he's coming down this time as well. So Mason Tomlinson gets his lap back and will come around and try to take the top spot back from who was in the race lead in William Kern. Right now, Tomlinson should be the net race leader, and Kern has not even left the pit road. So that will be an easy pass there for the lead for Tomlinson. Right now, Mercado is the first one a lap down, first car a lap down to the race leader. Contact between Fry and Hanneman. They get it all figured out. That would have been something right there with 12 to go. Helsel's got the fish hook and the bait out there trying to reel in Tomlinson. Right now, Mason doing a great job on the short run. Once again, the battle on for that third spot. Fry to the inside on Hanneman. No contact this time off of turn 4. That's a great run down the front stretch for Fry. Ooh, loose there for Fry. That'll give Hanneman back that third spot. Don't look in the mirror. I mean, don't look too closely, though, because they got another car railing them in. Fontaine now enters the battle for that fourth and third spots. Mercado fell off a little bit. He was right on the back bumper of his teammate Tomlinson, but now Tomlinson continuing to pull away from that second place car of Helsel's. 1.6 is the gap from first to second. And Fontaine has closed in to just under 0.2 of a second to the car in front, Kevin Fry, teammate. The 17 battling back from 2 laps down at one point. Oh, contact! And they're spinning on the front stretch. The caution's going to come out. Not what Tomlinson wanted to see. A2 getting a little bit tight there in the middle of 3 and 4. Trying to stay off the 85 as much as he can. Fontaine trying to cross over and get to the inside. A hard shot to the left rear of the 82. He tries to catch it, but Fontaine just barely tagged on the right rear. And Fry to the outside wall will be right in the racing surface as Fontaine goes spinning down through the infield. You see there, he does get it mostly collected. But that 82 was sideways on the racing surface, so caution flies. Like I said, the one that did not want to see that caution was the 4 of Tomlinson. That was something else he didn't want to see, was the 5 of Helsel go down pit road. The only one to stay out with him on the lead lap was William Kern. Jose Mercado going to get his lap back. And tires going on the car of the 5 of Helsel. say the only way you're pitting here is if you've got them. All right, overtime here. Our first chance at a green-white checkered here. Pace car is going to dive off. Tires on the second row, no tires on the front row. Tomlinson and Kern lead them into the restart zone. And the jump for Tomlinson. Oh, and the spin happens there. Kern involved. As is Hanneman. Wheel spin and just can't get off of him after that. Hanneman into the grass, back up on track. 2 more chances at the green, white checkered. All right, the front row now has old tires and new tires. This time, as Tomlinson and Helsel lead them to the green flag. There goes the pace car. 2 more chances at the green, white checkered. Second overtime here. And the restart. A good jump there for Tomlinson, but Helsel able to make good ground there as well with the fresher tires. Tomlinson does a great job down there in 3 and 4. A big gap made, and the white flag is out. Last lap. Will Tomlinson be able to hold off the 5 of Helsel? Looks like he's going to be able to do it. Helsel going to make a last-ditch effort on the outside, hitting the outside wall. But it is going to be Mason Tomlinson with the victory here. The pole sitter wins at Charlotte. And while we let it rewind a little bit, and we wait for our top 3 to get in there, we'll go over the race results for tonight. The bottom of this might look a little bit weird just because of the... Actually, it looks like it's okay. looks like it's okay. Looks like Mason Tomlinson, we just watched it, gets the race win here with Tyler Helsel in second. Brandon Biddy brings it in the third place with Ryan McClurg in fourth. William Kern on the older tires does manage to salvage a fifth-place finish. Ray Hanneman in sixth. Chris Romano seventh with Chris Walsh in the eighth spot. Gregory Vadney in the ninth position with Kevin Fry 10th. Jose Mercado in 11th. Justin Lanier in 12th. Mike Fahey ending up a lap down here tonight in the 13th spot. And Fontaine, not sure what happened to the 17, but he ends up being 6 laps down in the 14th spot. Corey Rayner in 15th. Troy Burke 16th. Nolan McClurg 17th. Paul Jr. in 18th. And then C.D. Mangrum and Adam Williams running out the field. All right, we will grab our third place finisher, and that is the number 2 car of Brandon Biddy. Brandon, how are you feeling about your podium finish here tonight?
I am feeling very good.
I'm guessing 4 tires there on the second to last caution gets you in position to make the passes necessary to get up there. How did your race go overall, though, for you?
I was kind of stuck there between like 10th and 13th. But just holding on, saving tires. That way I could have that extra set just in case things went sideways at the end, and it kind of did, so it worked out.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I think this is the first time I've talked to you here on the podium so far this season, so that's good to hear from you for the first time this season. And I mean, with a grueling race like this, how important was it to be able to save those tires as much as possible?
Oh yeah, it was very important. That was the key, guys get by you, and you just get those positions back after their tires wear out. But overall, good race. Proud of what we did.
Absolutely. And taking a look at the schedule here, we're just a couple of races before the end of the regular season, but next week we go back to the super speedways as Talladega is on the docket for December 19th. How you feeling about the big track at Talladega?
Well, 2 of my favorite tracks, short tracks and super speedways, so I'm very excited.
Awesome. All right, well, Brandon, anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, thanks to my sponsors, ABC Supply Co., L&W Supply, and of course everybody over here at Biddy Family Racing.
All right, well, congratulations on the third place finish, Brandon. We'll catch you next week at Talladega.
Awesome. See you then.
Up next, we'll talk with
Race
our Stage 2 winner and our second place finisher here in Tyler Helsel in the number 5. Tyler, another playoff point added to the pool that you already had building up, and second place finish. I thought with the fresh tires there you would have had a chance at the race win, but unfortunately just a 1 spot short here for you tonight. How you feeling, though?
Solid, I guess. I mean, I had 2 tires there. I didn't take 4, but you can't really do much when you don't have clean air. Yeah, I mean, I felt solid throughout the race, and it was pretty much just me, Adam, and Mason up front the whole time. And then, Adam was racing me pretty aggressive, and even Mason said the same thing. So I started racing him aggressive, and he got into the wall and tried to wreck me into 3. Didn't do it. Got back to me, tried to wreck me again, and wrecked himself. And then under caution, he came and slammed me in the bumper and wrecked me under caution. So I was able to get the repairs fixed, and I was able to get P2, which Mason definitely deserved that one. So I think I was a P2 racer the whole day today, so I'm pretty happy about where I finished.
Yeah, and like I said, another stage win gets you another one in the bank for the playoff points, so that's pretty important as well. And you talked about the dirty air. I mean, we know how important the clean air is for these cars, but how important was it to utilize that dirty air to try to aero block as much as you could throughout the race?
Yeah, I mean, everybody pretty much does it. I mean, once you have clean air, there's pretty much no way you're going to pass them unless they're on different tires or they save them better for you. Me personally, I really struggle with this car because I never race it. But I'm trying to learn it better. I don't really know how to save tires, and I don't really know how to maneuver around the dirty air. But I'm just trying to make it work as best as I can.
Awesome. And I know you won at Daytona, if I'm remembering correctly. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I thought I was right. Next week we go to Talladega. Super Speedway racing is always a kind of a wild card for a lot of drivers. How are you feeling about going to Talladega next week?
Yeah, I'll be missing out on that, which kind of disappointing. But I'm most likely probably like 90% gonna miss out on that. So
Gotcha. Well, that's unfortunate. So your next race back would be the Chicago Street Course after the holiday season. How you feel about that?
yeah, I mean, how can you feel with that, man? I don't know.
It's a street course.
I kind of just hope to survive, get into the next bracket after that. That's really all I'm gonna go there and look.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right, Tyler. Anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go tonight?
Nah, just you doing the broadcast, man. You do a great job, and I always enjoy watching it. And Mason, we raced really clean there. He definitely deserved that win. All the competitors that raced me clean, man. It's I have fun in this league when everybody's racing with respect, and I just really appreciate everybody.
All right, Tyler. We'll let you go. Congratulations on the second tonight. We'll catch you after the holidays. Have a good Christmas and a happy New Year.
All right, man. You too. Have a good night. See ya.
See ya. And finally, we're going to grab our race winner and stage 3 winner. So, how you feeling, Mason? I know the caution probably scared you a little bit there when everybody goes down pit road behind you, but you get the win. How you feeling?
That was a nervous wreck there at the end, man. If I'm being honest, that was besides the jump on the restarts, I figured they'd run me down within half a lap, going into 3 and 4 or something. But I guess they got to racing hard a little bit, and it worked out. That's a tough decision when you want tires so bad, but if you pit, everyone's gonna stay out. So I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, you're caught between a rock and a hard place in that situation, and really all that happened was you and Kern staying out. It sounded to me like Tyler only had 2 tires, so that I think it was left side tires, to be honest, as well. So that might have played a factor in the result there as well. But I mean, you were fast all night long. How important was it for you to? I mean, we talked earlier on about how important track position was, but I mean, being out front all race long was super important for you all night, and being able to avoid that dirty air. How were you able to do it?
When they were, me and Tyler and Adam, that was some of the most intense racing I've had here for 200 laps. We were bumper to bumper, side by side the whole race, and whenever they're in front of me, I like stage 2, I kind of roasted my right front, diving in, trying to stay with them. And after that, I kind of just let them race a little bit and lifted earlier so I can get the car turning and get the gas earlier. And that, a little backing up entry a little bit saves your right front a lot. And that's kind of how I, as the run went on, I was able to catch him again because my tires were better. And they got into a little scuffle there, I noticed, and that kind of helped. So I don't like to see that, but it helped me. So
You take it when you can get it, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I still had to earn it, but it would have been a lot tougher if that didn't happen, for sure. Yeah, it's just you gotta send it really hard on the restarts, and then as soon as you get a little bit of a gap, just try to air block people and save your tires as much as you can. Fuel saving wasn't much of a factor here. I almost did that in the first stage, but Adam started pulling away when I did that, so
Yeah.
I just decided to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked out for you here. I mean, you put yourself in position. You were in the top 3 pretty much the entirety of the event, and at the end here, you just had just enough to get out in front of everybody else and get the win. And I mean, locking yourself into the playoffs is good. I can imagine you're feeling pretty relieved about that, not having to worry about the next 2 races.
Oh yeah. I've had a lot of good luck this year, starting off second, third, and then the last few I got involved in some wrecks or untimely cautions, and I felt pretty fast, like I could have won a couple of those races, but it just didn't work out. So I was just praying in the second half of that race that nothing crazy happens, and then sure as shit, something did. So,
Yeah, I almost brought you up during that first caution, but I'm like, man, I don't need to give him any extra nerves. He's already got him going, pumping in his veins.
I was just doing my breathing exercises at that point.
I can't blame you. But yeah, with a couple of races left in the regular season, next week is Talladega, and then after the holidays we go to the Chicago Street Course. What do you think of your chances at either one of those two?
I'm pretty good at Talladega. I'm pretty good at drafting with people as long as we, stay out of wrecks and stuff. That's a crapshoot. You never know. You can be riding first or last and get involved in a big wreck.
Yep.
So I just got to, make it to the end on that one. Chicago, I actually like that out of all the road courses as hard as it is, but I'm not sure I got the speed to keep up with Bryce is pretty good, and Kern and a couple other guys are really fast consistently, and I think it'll be hard. If I get a top 5 at that track, I'll be happy.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, Mason, anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go tonight?
You for putting on this broadcast every week. I'm sure that takes a lot out of you. And Adam and Tyler we doored each other a few times, but that was some good hard racing for several laps. So kudos to them. Pregnant girlfriend is about a month out, and she still watches all my races, so I want to thank her for her support. And yeah, just everyone that puts on this league, man. It's fun. It's a good league.
All right, Mason. Well, congrats on the win, and we'll catch you next week at Talladega.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Mason Tomlinson, your race winner here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And right there you see in the last restart that put him out in front for good and got him locked in to the playoffs in a couple of weeks. So that's going to do it here for everybody at ERC NASCAR. We appreciate you all for coming out, and sorry again about the technical difficulties there that we had about midway through the race, and we kind of missed a little bit of the action there. It seems like there was some excitement between Helsel and Williams. Will that carry over into Talladega next week? We shall find out. But that is going to do it here for us. We will catch you in a week's time as the ERC NASCAR drivers take on the High Banks Talladega and see what happens in the next round of ERC NASCAR's Cup Championship. We'll catch you there. Have a great night.